Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary. Wanted to check in and share a few thoughts on the letter penned by Henrik and Daniel Sedin that was published in the Players Tribune earlier this morning. As you can tell, I'm in my car, I'm in between a couple of work meetings, and I'm sorry that my face is so close to the camera. I think it's better than me sitting in the back seat and recording. Actually, maybe not. As you can imagine, the Sedins came across as very humble and very respectful and very likable in this letter. In this letter, they professed their love for Vancouver. They professed their love for the Vancouver Canucks. And in essence, they flat out said that they don't want to play for another team, that they want to retire here. They want to see that at least this season through be a mentor and a role model for the younger players. It was everything that we want to hear as Vancouver Canucks fans. So a couple of things that really stood out to me. The most important one is I really hope that fans and other players and any hockey fans from around the world, not just in Canada or in North America, but around the world, actually take the time to read this and learn about how great the Sedins are, how dedicated they are to the city, to their families, to this team, and to building hockey in general. I loved how the Sedins how respectful they came across, and they mentioned guys like Marcus Naslund and Joe Thornton and Jaromir Jagr and Anson Carter and even Bo Horvat and Jonathan Dahlin in their posts. The Sedins came across as very likable. There are some funny moments in there, some nice banter between Daniel and Henrik. And yeah, we don't know exactly how this was penned or if they had someone working on the wordsmithing with them. But regardless, there was a nice banter between them, a nice interplay, nice interaction, and they came across as indeed very likable. We all know about their charitable contributions in the city, how much they give to the community, the $1.5 million donation to Children's Hospital that they made back in 2010. So we know here in Vancouver of how great leaders they are, how good of players they are, how talented they are on the ice. And my hope is that indeed more people from around the league will indeed recognize it and will indeed see it and appreciate them for who they are. The other thing that's interesting is as they talk about seeing the season through and then talking to management at the end of the season as to where they want to go, to me that says that they're not going to ask for a trade. And I've heard repeatedly that the Canucks management will not ask them to consider be traded. I hope that made sense. But in essence, the Sedins won't be traded. And I pray and I hope that this doesn't become a Matt Sundin situation in Toronto where some of the fan base started to turn against Sedin when he refused to waive his no trade clause, whereas some Toronto Maple Leafs fans wanted him to actually waive that clause, be traded to another team so they could get draft picks and assets and prospects back and maybe speed up their rebuild. I don't think that's going to happen here, and as you can tell in Toronto, it's actually worked out for the best ultimately. But I don't see that happening here. I think there's too much love and respect and admiration for the Sedins in this city, and I can't see them being asked to waive their no trade clause, obviously. And it sounds like it's loud and clear that they will not ask to be traded from the city. So all in all, I was grateful for the letter. I was happy to read it. I've read it a few times. I've seen a lot of posts from Canucks fans on Facebook and Twitter saying it brought a tear or tears to their eyes, and it just made them even more appreciate what we have here in Henrik and Daniel Sedins. Two great players, two great role models, two leaders, two creative players, two guys that will do anything for the city of Vancouver, for the Vancouver Canucks. And I hope that we can continue to appreciate them now, whether their farewell tour is this year or in a year or two. Let's appreciate them for who they are. They may have lost a step and they may not be as dominant as they once were, but we have indeed witnessed greatness here in the city, and we should appreciate them for not only the players that they are, but more importantly, who they are as people. All right, Canucks fans, I'd love to hear your comments. Leave them below. What did you think of the letter? What were your initial reactions? And how happy, hopefully you are, but how happy are you to be able to say that the Sedins have played their entire career here and will likely retire as Vancouver Canucks? We're one day away from training camp. Going to check in a lot more as the week goes on. And I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.